This week's pick of the week, AJ's pick of the week, is in the energy sector. This is Devon Energy, ticker symbol DVN. What are you thinking about Devon, AJ?
Okay, so let's take a look at this chart. And this goes to like the benefit of our strategy. I'm going to change this over to some candle bars because they're easier to see. So if you take a look at Devon Energy, let me go ahead and throw in my favorite indicator, which is what I call the fast MACD. And so Devon Energy seems to, they're a company that always is producing positive earnings, and they're giving nice, healthy dividends to their investors, which is what, for an underlying stock that we're going to be selling premium against, we look for that, right? We look for solid company that's not going to have any sort of waves. Devon Energy, just for you guys' background, they operate a couple of different oil fields. They've actually been on a huge diversification in the last 4 years, selling a lot of their Canadian oil sands projects and stuff so that they focus mainly in the United States. The other thing I've noticed about Devon Energy is they understand, it seems like they understand what, the pushback against petroleum in the future, and they've actually got a long-term strategy. It looks like they're focusing on the biggest money makers in the short term, and also, what the long term for petroleum is going to be. With that said, there's this support and resistance. Now, the resistance has just been tested 2 times, and support hasn't been tested 2 times. But I want to bring people up to speed on like a bear put diagonal debit spread. Either a bear put diagonal debit spread, or if you want to take it more to its basics, a covered put. And so we're going to leg into this thing. And so when you leg into either one of those strategies, the first leg, which is either the back month option or a shorted stock, you want to do that after a top reversal. Now, we got a signal that maybe a top reversal was around on April 18th, so just a couple days ago. But that signal really hasn't been validated yet. So I want to make sure we get volume validation as well as price action telling us that the top has been found. But when the top has been found, we're going to do our first leg of our premium selling strategy. And so, again, make sure you have a validated signal, I would use a validated end of day signal. So don't look during the day. Come in at the end of the day and see if you have a signal and if it's got volume validation. And if so, then trade the next trading day, and only trade the next trading day if indeed it's got the price action that continues, in this case, down. So we would short the stock, or we could buy a deep in the money, far out in time back month option. Either one of those is going to work as the symbol goes down. And then the other thing that I would do is I would look at, I'm going to draw some lines here. I would look at the previous low close to high close, and I would use that as a ruler. And so I would follow it as it goes down. And as we go down in price, if we get to a point where we get below about $43 and it's still going down, I would totally nix the idea of selling premium. I know we set this whole thing up to create a premium trade, but if it goes below about $43, I think we change our strategy and we let that first leg that we put on just naturally become a directional position. And whenever we find a bottom, we just sell it and take the profits and run to the next trade. So I think we've got a trade plan here. I think Devon Energy is like days or even one day away from giving us a validated signal. So I'd like people to just look at it. If you don't trust my strategies, that's fine. Paper trade it, prove it to yourself. But this is setting up to be a really good trade for us, Sip.
And question, because it's options expiration, does that play into your approach into this position at all?
That's a great, so yeah, today is the April expiration. So all we need to do is we need to make sure that if we're going with the first leg being a back month option that we go out at least 8 months from today's expiration. I would actually recommend going out to the January 2024 leap or beyond just for liquidity reasons because the leaps have been around for a while. They've been traded. So that plays in a role. And then, of course, when we go to sell premium and buy our protective option, in this case, it would be a protective call. Make sure the premium you sell is near term and the protective option you buy is about 3 to 6 months out from the date you're buying it.